Add 'em Up and the Land of Problems, Episode 0, How It All Began.
Hi, my name is Adam Up, and many years ago I went on an adventure of a lifetime. My story starts back when I was 13 years old, in my home planet of Numbirth. It was once a place where great minds were making mathematical discoveries, solving problems, and discussing interesting puzzles. However, things changed once computer games and mobile telephones arrived from our neighbouring planet, Consumerth. In a matter of months, the buzz was gone. Some didn't buy into the new way of life though, and one of those was my mother, Dr. Anne Gull. She worked tirelessly to restore our great way of life, but her efforts went nowhere. Then, one day, out of the blue, she disappeared. After Mum vanished, my auntie Clockwise moved into our house to take care of me, and life carried on. That was until the 1-year anniversary of the day my mother went missing. I was sitting around in my room when an irritating noise came from somewhere in the house. I followed it, leading me to my mum's office, which was usually locked. However, on this occasion, the key was in the door. I went in, and on the desk was an unusual calculator, which had stars instead of numbers. I jabbed the stars, and the irritating noise returned, followed by the appearance of 4 bearded heads, each popping out of the calculator. They introduced themselves as the number crunchers, created by my mother to help her work on inventions and solve mathematical problems. They then told me the events leading to her disappearance.
Your mother was very upset about how the planet had changed. She wanted to restore Numbirth to greatness, and felt that the only way to do that would be to find the golden ratio.
Now, I had heard of the golden ratio, but only in a story my mum read to me as a child. All I could really remember was that it was very precious, and was kept hidden in the Land of Problems, a terrifying place where you face mathematical challenges with horrible consequences should you not succeed. But even if it were true, the story said that the Land of Problems was unreachable. It was found deep in the centre of Numbirth. Thankfully, the number crunchers had more to tell.
The only way to get to the Land of Problems was to build a portal, so we helped your mother to build one, and 1 year to this day she jumped through. We wanted to go with her, but she refused, instead telling us to alert you she was not to come back within a year.
Now back then, I wasn't a particularly nice person. Of course, my instant reaction should have been to jump through and find my mum, but it wasn't. I was about to leave the room, go back to my bed and ignore everything I just heard, when my best friend Millie Metre came in. Understandably, she seemed quite confused when faced with 4 talking bearded heads, an unusual calculator, and a portal. Once she got over the shock and found out what was going on, she asked me where I was going. But before I could answer, she pushed me through the portal, before throwing through the calculator, and then jumping through herself. Although it wasn't immediately obvious, we had indeed arrived at the Land of Problems, and this is where the incredible adventure begins.